Hello and welcome back, SMITE viewers. This is the final game between Paragon and Skyfire. Skyfire able to take out game number one against the reigning champions of the Oceanic Console League. Very surprisingly, but also very dominating throughout that game. Roxold, I think you might have to eat your words that locking in Nemesis pretty much spells instant loss. Pretty sure they won that game.
Yeah, true. Like, that Nemesis went huge. Also, Frenzy, played out of his mind on the eyes. Just played it perfectly as well. Yeah. Like, I'm going to give props to Frenzy for that one. That was insane.
A lot of good plays coming through from Skyfire. There were a few key worthy moments for Paragon as well. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, weren't able to find any kills to sustain for Skyfire. Was just too strong. They couldn't pick up any kills. Going into game number two, I think it will tell a different story.
I think it might be slow again, because once Paragon's on the back foot, they tend to take it slow, like a bit slower than normal, but it doesn't normally happen. So I hope Texi goes ham this game, because that's what would seem to lack. Normally Texi's the star player for Paragon, not saying that he's the best in the world, but normally he shows up a bit more than he did last game.
All right. Unfortunately, we didn't have any picks and bans for you guys today, but we can go ahead and introduce our two teams here. We do have on the left-hand side of your spectator UI fighting under the blue health bars. We have Skis playing that Guan Yu. That'll be a Guan Yu support. Agni in that mid lane playing that Isis. In your duo lane, we have Where's the Food playing the ADC. Apollo jungler. Furin playing that Mercury once again. Tex will be playing tier this time. And they have at least they have the Guan Yu on their team this time.
Yeah, Skis really loves the Guan Yu support. But talking about hype, bring the fire. Team Skyfire is on the right side of your spectator UI on the red team, which seems to be a bit fitting. In the solo lane, we have Noxys on Bologna, top tier solo lane pick. In the jungle, we have Why So Salty playing Neja. In mid, we have Frenzy on Scylla. Actually, the mid laners have swapped. If you take a look, Isis and Scylla had taking turns. In the duo lane, we have Crossbay on Geb and also Huberte on Hoi Yi once again. So I'm looking forward to see that Hoi Yi play again.
No. Not even worrying about the Hoi Yi. All that I'm thinking about right now is Salty playing Neja once again. Hopefully he can hit a sash. If he does hit a sash this game, however, paired with Friends who's playing a Scylla, we saw how insane it is to play a Neja and Ra combo. It's even more crazy to be seeing that paired up with a Scylla. Now, I'm a monster. Windfire Wheels it's insane.
Yeah, it's insane. The Ra was like the secondary pick for Citadel earlier today. Oh, Agni getting soloed.
What? And surrender vote coming through at 45 seconds. What? Agni?
I'd say
Did you see what happened there?
Para. I'd say that's something that's kind of rare. Agni doesn't normally get soloed, but Friends is not here to play around. He's showing that he means business.
That's the power of Purple Pot, Soulstone, Scylla looking to go aggressive onto Furin again. Friends might actually find the kill.
Wow.
Salty. Paragon not showing up. This time it's going to be Skyfire taking two early kills against the boys of Paragon. Really bringing it to them. Already setting a big lead for the boys. Skyfire, that's the mid laner, and the jungler already hitting level 4. Ay for Paragon.
Dying that early gives the enemy team so much jungle pressure, so much jungle control. They can do whatever they want now, especially with a red pot Scylla who's nearly level 5. You do not want to be near that.
Not at all. Taking a look into our duo lane as well, we do see Huberto and Crossbay really dominating their lane. They have a lot of control. They have a fairly solid clear. I'm fairly surprised to see that the Guan Yu and Apollo aren't actually out pressuring the Geb and the Hoi Yi. The Taiyo Assault is very strong. Apollo with the passive and Golden Bow is even stronger, but Huberto taking down very, very low, especially because of that damage.
Yeah, I'd say the clear should definitely go towards the side of Paragon here, as you said earlier. But with Golden Bow being so favored in this meta, I'd say matchup's not even that bad now. I'm kind of predicting.
Hang on, take a look at Scylla and Neja. Could be coming in here.
They're level 5.
They can easily get a kill.
Nice beads.
Windfire Wheels. Oh no, the Windfire wheels just used. The beads was good for Where's the Food, and I mean, really good play there from Paragon, spotting that out. Unfortunate for Skyfire, they couldn't find too much of that one.
Furin actually just hit level 4, so he's incredibly behind. Not even close to being on Salty's level right now, literally. It was good that that gank failed because it kind of wastes a couple seconds. It gives Furin a little bit of time to catch back up. Agni just didn't even detonate the Spirit Ball on the back camps there.
Wait, what? I don't know. Agni on his top game here, 0-1, lost his purple pot, and again Salty and friends looking to go over here onto this duo lane. They can easily get it. Crossbay using that Cataclysm, and also the sun's coming down. Circle of Protection is not coming through, but there's a friends. I'm a monster. Didn't connect with anything too big there. Where's the Food and Skis? Able to just escape that, but they can take away a free red buff just because of that engagement.
That's kind of a good thing though for Paragon. Another failed gank gives Furin some more time. Don't look to get this red buff, Skis. It's already gone. You've just put yourself in a bad position here. But if Paragon just left that alone, let the gank fail, give them red buff because your team's getting right side mids. It's kind of a small win there for Paragon because it's 4-way split red buff or a 2-way split mid camp. So gotta take these trades.
Oh, Skis might be in a bit of trouble. Windfire Wheels goes up in the air. Friends looking to go for a crush. As soon as he lands, finds it with a basic attack. Skis, I mean, getting caught out of position, falls down.
Didn't even need to use an ability. Frenzy just kind of tapped in and he fell over.
Yeah, we're talking about you, the Nezha ults, and then you immediately ult after. This guy uses a basic attack. He doesn't even need the ult.
Ults are overrated, if you didn't hear. Another thing I want to talk, this solo matchup's been really quiet. There's not even been, like, I haven't seen Fire Elementals being contested, blue buffs haven't been contested. It's just kind of vanilla slow lane slap fights, which is incredibly boring. So I'm going to stop talking about it as we see mid camps get taken by Skyfire.
Yeah, they're going to be turning it around. They're going to be taking this one. Paragon were in the driver's seat for about the first 6 or so minutes in that first game, being control of pretty much all the mid camps and all of the fire elementals. Really, Skyfire, after those early few kills in the driving seat of this one, however, 0-3 reads the scoreline 5 minutes in. It isn't that far out of Paragon's hands though. The graphs are actually fairly even in terms of the kill lead.
True. Also, another thing, like, coming into game 1 on a loss kind of sucks, and then this happening, like getting soloed level 1 and Furin dying as well, like the morale is pretty low, I'm guessing. Being able to keep the lead, like there's a 100 XP difference. That's not even that bad, but mentality wise, you're probably feeling awful right now.
Yeah, I mean, morale does play a big part into it as well. But, as we said, the graphs are still fairly even. If they can just get a fight on their hand and really just take control of the game, something that they also need to be aware of. Skis is playing that Guan Yu support, so hopefully he can play as aggressive as Crossbay. However, Crossbay starting to play that Geb, which is something that we recommended for him to do last week, me and Timmy. If he's going to play this aggressive, he can blink Cataclysm, find a lot of members. I just think it's better for him to play a Geb over an Athena. And, I mean, he's been showing it. I mean, the Cataclysms have been on point as well. So, even as this goes later in the game and he starts getting even bigger ults, expect Crossbay to be playing even more out of his mind than he did last game.
Yeah, I'd say it's good for Cross because you can't just keep going like a Guan Yu can. And Crossbay's mind's probably, I want to keep going. But once you blink ult knock up, you can go back to your carries and peel. It kind of puts like a threshold on how aggressive you can be, because once those cooldowns are down, they're down for a while. But Godfrey getting looked at really quickly here. Sunbreaker should be used. Like, yeah, there it comes. Yeah. Sunbreaker isn't the joke. It just takes Gold Fury. There's nothing you can do.
And now Ski's looking aggressive, goes on a Crossbay with a stun, followed up by a Spirit Ball. Agni finds that one onto Crossbay after they take that Gold Fury. Still pretty much worth for Skyfire to take that Gold Fury. Losing their support isn't the biggest deal. Of course, Crossbay, it doesn't matter if he dies in the game. So pretty worth for Skyfire.
Yeah, definitely worth. Also, another thing I want to not point out, just Yeah, I was about to say. They should invade here. They just killed someone. They know gold's down. People had the back. So you look for the enemy jungle camps here, and it looks like a 4-man invade coming onto the blue buff. Not like crazy, but it's good to get these small leads or get these small wins.
And even it's not entirely about getting their own farm. Of course, they did 4-man split that mana camp, but also denying Noxus from getting that blue buff.
Exactly.
That was probably the main part of it. He's not going to struggle in lane because it is a Bologna, and really at this point in time, you're clearing the wave with just your bludgeon at this point. So it isn't the biggest detriment to Noxus, but a smaller lead in favor of Paragon as this game goes on.
But then we see mids go to Skyfire again. They've had really good mid control this game. Food soloed the red buff, so Agni is going ahead and pick this up. I want to see if Agni can actually hit a spirit ball on these camps. Yes, he gets it.
Yeah,
Okay,
he did
good.
it.
Well done. Both teams just farming now, although Skyfire pushing mid looking for this speed buff invade.
Yeah, they might be gone. There's the sash. Doesn't connect with anyone too big though, and it's a reset. Texie's lurking in the jungle, could be looking to go onto his buff here. There's a good alternate there, and crossbait trying to get away. Oh my gosh, good
Wow,
beautiful. Coming onto Salty, and across the skies comes through crossbait. Should fall down here in a second, gets knocked up into the wall by the dash. Where's the food? Coming in with a double kill across the skies. Really good rotation for the ADC of Paragon.
Really, really good ults there. The tier ult off the mark, but it doesn't matter. It just made Skyfire get off that speed buff. And then the cavalry charge, double stun into a fearless onto Salty, I believe it was.
Yep.
Salty got destroyed by the Apollo ult, out of all things. Salty got taken down by the Apollo. It was beautiful. Just really good comms, really good ults, really.
And now the scoreline reads 3-3. Having a look into our graphs. Now the experience is in favor of Paragon. Once again, the gold still in favor of Skyfire after taking that Gold Fury. But it's slightly coming back into Paragon's favor. These last few fights have been all in Paragon's favor, should I say. And if they look to keep this, their morale is going to be up after that last game. Crossbait trying to look for Fury in here. But Noxus lurking in the jungle, making sure that if anyone is going to be following up, he's going to be there to stop them.
There's going to be a fight here for these mid camps. T ults in.
Oh my gosh,
See you,
Texie! What a god himself. And now Crossbait trying to be tanked out here by Skis. Not really doing too much in this one here, but Skis lurking in that jungle. Another kill granted towards Paragon as they now have a kill lead over Skyfire. Much better than their early 0-3 scoreboard.
If you look at play damage, see Texie's at the top in solo lane, but then 3 Skyfire members coming in, and it's the 3 wombo combo. Like the Naja into the Scylla into the Geb. Oh, Apollo just took the lead, sorry. But it was good to see that Skyfire, it's more of a team effort where Texie's kind of doing what I suggested he did at the start of this game. He's showing up, doing these good like tier fearlesses and destroying people.
And he's absolutely been doing that. He has not got a blink just yet. As he hits level 12, he's actually level 13. I want to have a look in gold in hand as well. He has about 1.1k. So he can easily maybe finish off. What's he going to be building into next? Probably some kind of... I'm just trying to think. He's not going to go into a Nebian.
I'm calling Jotuns.
I don't even know.
I reckon he'll feel himself, he'll go Jotuns, or he'll go one of the cloaks.
Yeah, okay. A cloak would be good. I don't think he'd go mantle though at this point in time. Maybe looking to go into a Jotuns. As you said, he's 1, 0, and 2, doing a lot of damage on that tier. I mean, there's definitely a variety of items he can go into here, to say the least.
Looking at builds again, we see Food go for Ikavul again instead of a quick Assai or anything like that, where Hoi Yi is the exact same build that he did last game. Attack speed boots into Assai. And Food's kind of doing the exact same build he did last game, so there's no real variance. It looks like it's going to be the same vanilla stuff coming out from the Hunters.
And having a look at also Skis going into that Sovereignty. Gold Fury now started up here by Skyfire once again. If they want to come back into this game, they really need to win this Gold Fury fight. Tex has rotated in behind. You're using that ult, trying to go onto the members here, but doesn't find anything whatsoever. Fearless into the wall. Huberto using a good beads there. Crossbait isn't even using a shield on him at all. Salty in the back line should almost get taken out by Fury, forced to use that ultimate to get away. Crossbay on a Geb, not even using a shield, forcing away the beads, not preventing the CC that Tex is, you know, applying with that Fearless, not on his game. Like, why is he shielding himself there? Crossbay.
Fury in a pretty dangerous position here. Could be called out. It should be an easy gold Fury though on the side of Paragon with the circle protections. Crossbay used his shield to help the tank.
Frenzy finds a kill onto Tex. Easy kill.
It's another worth trade though. 1 kill for a gold Fury when you're kind of struggling for a lead. You want to take those, definitely. Food's sitting on 2k still, and he's not backing. He's going back to the lane. It's one more wave. Just one more wave, please.
Yeah, well, he's full health, almost 3/4 mana. He can stay as long as he wants. 2.1k. Yeah, okay, blessed. What's he going to be building into next? He's going to be finishing off that Ichabod. If he's building the same item as last time, he could be going into the Asai or a Chin size next, yeah.
We see, I don't know what that is, down by the bottom entrance. On the lower bottom entrance on the left-hand side of your mini-map, you see a double sentry ward coming out of Skyfire. It's kind of like, it's just annoying to look at. I don't know why or how that miscommunication happened. It might have been when they're looking for Texi, but it's just silly at this stage, not this stage, at this tier of gameplay. You don't want to be double warding like that much unless it's like you're trying to get crazy vision of Fire Giant. I don't think, I'm kind of sound like D and Brandon here where I'm saying that 135 gold was not worth it, but come on, like, it's not worth it. What are you doing?
And having a look in our solo lane, Texi with another good Fearless, 2 levels ahead of Noxus. Tier is just insane. You can't beat him in lane. I mean, just look at the damage that he outputs. He's so tanky as well. He has that heal, so he has that extra bit of sustain. He has so much CC in his kit as well. Salty looking to take away the blue buff here. Noxus will be happy to pick that one up. But 14.5 minutes in, Gold Fury in about 3 minutes. Where do you reckon the next fight's going to break out?
I'd say right now in solo lane. Noxy and... No, not too bad.
You can't catch Texi though.
No. Wasting all that effort on a tier who will just heal it all up off 1 cleave, yeah, it's not worth it. I'd say Crossbay should initiate the next team fight with the Blink Cataclysm, and it's Crossbay, so he should be looking for it. We haven't seen the Armillary Sash into I'm a Monster or any of that.
Yeah,
deal.
I know.
Yeah.
It's strange. I mean, it's basically what Tilt did last game. Oh, in their first game when they drafted a knock-up Competent and Wheelage, you never really saw the big combos coming out. And it's likewise in this game. Skyfire really not using that ult to their full advantage. Beads are pretty much up all the time, so what Crossbay really needs to be doing is baiting out the beads and then making sure that Friends and Salty, good Spirit Ball, and even a bigger Sonic Boom from Furin almost takes out Friends, who's forced to back away. Really big combo there for the team of Paragon. Skyfire won't be looking to aggress, but have a look at Texi. Could be looking to go into the back line. Uses that ult perfectly and almost finds Uberto, but Eagles Rally coming through under that tier 1 tower as well. Skis coming into the fight. 5-man rotation here for Paragon. They are in the driver's seat to take this tier 1 tower here.
Yeah, and the longer this team fight goes, the better it is for Paragon, because they're the ones with the Guan Yu and the Isis this game. So what looked like it was going to be a successful tier 1 tower dive or tier 1 tower take for Skyfire, instantly turned, went to the side of Paragon. It was a good turn, like that's all there is to it. Now Furin looking for red buff, and Skis and Agni again will get those mid camps for free. Really good fight there, and good shot calls.
Indeed it was. 5-4. Again, 1 kill in favor of Paragon. Looking into the graphs tells us a better story than that 1 kill lead. 4,300 experience lead in favor of Paragon. 2,000 gold in favor of them as well. And it's just been a solid upward spiral, really. Just look at the graphs. It's been always in favor of Paragon after about, about the 6 minute mark. It's just been up for Paragon.
It was that Gold Fury that day, Snark. Once they got gold, they got some gold, got back into a comfortable kind of position where they weren't so far behind, and now they're just taking these small advantages, slowly building it up. You got to keep in mind that they have a Merc, so the longer this game goes, the better it is, really. Building into Wind Demon, this Merc's going to be destroying people pretty soon.
Yeah, last game, Furin actually bought the Deathbringer as his first crit item. I believe maybe after that golden bow he purchased it. But this time going into a safe build, going for that Wind Demon, it's so crucial for a Mercury to build as well. Every time you land a crit, it increases your movement speed and attack speed. Have a look, Texi absolutely missing everyone with that Judgment ult. Not sure what that was for, maybe for a bit of zoning pressure, but
Yeah.
it doesn't find anything.
It was to zone the team away so Furin could take a buff. Let's say it wasn't worth. You don't need an ult to show how scary you are. He could have just stood there and looked at the team and they wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Mid camp's going to the side of Paragon, as well as that blue buff, by the way. Furin stole blue, that's what that was for. Tier-old. Food rotating to join his team, which I kind of don't agree with here. He should be pushing that lane in. You're Apollo. You can ult into a fight if they need you. Oh, he's actually starting gold, my bad.
Easily able to take up Gold Fury. If Crossbay can land a big Cataclysm, but lands 3 members there into the Eagles rally, it's going to be a Paragon Gold Fury. No, over the wall. Friends, what? Friends doesn't find anyone. Hey, Skyfire, take it.
You see Texi gets locked down here.
Oh my
going
gosh.
really big with the Scylla here. Frenzy used his Sentinel to get into the team fight, and Food's chasing down Huberto.
And now on the pressure, looking towards Crossbay, knocked up into the wall, getting bodied by the 4 members of Paragon here. Could easily pick up the kill there. Furin manages to find that one. I completely disregarded the fact that Paragon didn't take that gold tree. I honestly thought they did.
No.
Skyfire took it though.
With a team comp like this, like Red Team are down, sorry, not Red Team. Skyfire are down for 20 seconds. That could have been a Fire Giant call with this, like, with a Guan and a tier. You can tank that easy. And DPS from Apollo is insane. You could have just gone straight to fire. After losing gold, like, there's no point, like, taking a tier 2 tower because you will, actually, you do even it out completely. But Fire Giant would have been a much better call here, I'd say.
They are looking for the tier 2 in right. Teleport coming down from Noxus. Doesn't find anything with that Spirit Ball. So it's going to be a reset. They absolutely could have gone for that Fire Giant. And now they didn't even manage to find that tier 2 in right. So even though it was, they did take a tier 2 and lose a Gold Fury, they did find a few kills. So Paragon's still somewhat in the lead over Skyfire after that.
Yeah, see, this is where it's kind of dangerous because they stuck around after gold. Sure, they cleaned up the fight, took tower, and then majority of the team at the back. And with a Hoi Yi Scylla, that's not really what you want to do when you've got no vision of objectives such as Fire Giant. They could have snuck it there on the side of Skyfire, but they choose to just farm it up and slowly get the lead back again. Texi's just showing how dominant he can be, not caring that his team's not even near him and just playing really aggressive here.
Level 17 tier, 20 minutes into this game. Across the skies, here comes Apollo. They're going to be starting up Fire Giant. This is really good because the entire team of Skyfire is split. Texi doing a good job at zoning. They have no wards on this. Skyfire, known for their vision control. Are they going to get a clean sweep at Fire Giant here? It's going to be an easy Fire Giant for Paragon. And now Texi looking to go over the wall using that ult. Tries to go into Frenzy, but doesn't find anything too big there. Furin just lurking away, trying to find if he teleports to that Sentinel. It's a good push here. Cavalry charge going on to Friends, who's used that I'm a Monster to get a bit of movement speed in his kit, but it's a big damaging ultimate used to escape. In the meanwhile, though, we do see a split push coming through from Huberto.
That Fire Giant cost them 3 towers, so that's kind of... And Salty just getting, yeah, mobbed. Good ult by Crossbay. Shame it wasn't about 3 seconds earlier, where he could have saved Salty, possibly, but I'd say Skyfire handled that really well. Like, sure, you lost fire, but you took 3 towers. Like, it's really good. And now they should keep... They just need to keep Paragon away from their structures. And taking those towers means that they, like, just dissociate the strength of Paragon.
Tier 2 tower being aggressed in that solo lane. Skis providing a lot of sustain with that Guan Yu conviction heal. Could look to go for that tier 2 and tier 1 tower in the left lane. But Salty respawning in about 5 seconds here. Ultimate's coming online for both of our teams. It's going to be a full reset, and they're going to come back and even siege.
Yep.
Probably that left lane.
4 members of Paragon then had 2k plus before that back. So they were sitting on so much gold then.
Dollar bills, buying those items.
Dollar bills is right. But with Fire Giant and then 2k plus on their builds, this is a huge power spike, and they need to look for more like aggressive, Texi like ults. Even if he doesn't hit them, they're still working out in the favor of Paragon.
9 to 4, 5 kill lead. Very, very different from that last game. Skyfire looking very dominating in that game. Really, Paragon just sustaining all of these fights and really only picking fights when they know they can win 100% of the time. Nox is going to be teleporting in to that tier 2 to tier 1 tower to defend that one. Salty's going to be split pushing that right lane, however, so it's going to be an instant 4v5 here in favor of Paragon. Good feelers into the wall. Noxus going to be taken down into that one. Tier 1 tower falls in both the duo lane and that solo lane, and the push is now continuing here as the 5 members of Paragon are looking to charge up their ults and go in here.
They should just pop sprint, get a cavalry charge, unless Skyfire are going to give him the tower. Not a bad call by Skyfire. Sorry, Salty actually pushed out the solo lane while the siege is going on. So now the 5 members of Skyfire here, we could see a team fight. Salty's
Having
in
a
the
look
back.
here. Oh, Salty could absolutely go for a or catch someone off guard here and then pair it up with potentially a combo from Frenzy, but they need to be very, very aware that if Salty gets caught out here, it could already be a 4v5. Spirit Ball over the wall finds no one, and so does that special delivery, or Made You Look, should I say. But either team can really engage here. Paragon have the skis, so he can really just ult in cavalry charge, but they have a very defensive lineup. Skyfire do with the Blink Cataclysm from Crossbay.
Yeah, exactly. You can't really commit to a Phoenix with a Geb on the enemy team because you would just stop all siege potential. You just stun everyone and you stop dead in your tracks. Ski's tanking and 1 basic hits the Phoenix. That's half health for 1 basic on the Phoenix. Texi really needs to group here, or actually he's split pushing.
He's forcing away Crossbay to fight this. This is
Going
big.
mid.
If they fought in mid, yeah, they could easily fight mid. Texi's just pushing that, and there goes that engagement in mid. There's that cavalry charge. Good stun in the back line onto Furin with the Eagles rally over the wall. Frenzy finds no one with that I'm a Monster, but Furin finds at least 3 people with that the ultimate Sonic Boom. Frenzy finds one, Furin finds another, and Huberto returns it. Agni finds the kill onto Friends, and it's a 2 for 3 engagement. Good defense there from Skyfire.
Huberto caught out though. Spirit Bomb just missing. The special delivery with the Geb shield was on point by Crossbay. Texi still hammering away at Huberto. Furin falls.
Oh. Furin falls at the hands of Huberto. Agni just trying to escape here, and Texi still at pretty much full health and about half mana here. Going to go onto Texi's. That was a good play there for Skyfire. They knew that Texi wasn't in the fight, so they could easily... They aggressed too much in mid without Texi being there to help his team, and they just turned it around. Fighting under a Phoenix, it just didn't work out.
It could have been an easy Phoenix, but Salty took food up to the sky. Like, took the ADC out of the fight. It's a beautiful play by Najjar. It's exactly what you want to do. And fighting without an ADC while the suns were coming down on your entire team, I'd say Hoyi just had a huge impact on that team fight, while food was literally actually taken out of the team fight. And I'd say that's the deciding factor of that team fight right there.
Almost 26 minutes in, Gold Fury and Fire Giant have now respawned. It does get pinged out on the map, so they can look to go for that one. Paragon can. Looking into the items here, very interesting build from Frenzy, going into the Polynomicon on the Scylla before really any cooldown that we see.
Yeah, I'd say that's kind of another console
Chronos
thing that used to be really popular. Someone used to run Hades mid with a Polynomicon, or anyone who went mid would get a Polynomicon. If you ask Yarpy, he'll just, I'll get Polynomicon first. Yarpy's the mid.
Polynomicon first.
But what should be happening right now? Food, go left lane, push that Phoenix down, and then when...
Yeah, he's Apollo.
Yeah, exactly. Like, go push left lane, let your team kind of dance around Fire Giant until you're needed. But I guess he's starting up the Fire Giant.
Oh no, Huberto.
Furin's gone. You can't fight this now with no Merc. That's like your late game carry. It's good to see Skyfire chasing this down. One huge Roman Victor could turn this.
Exactly. Texi though, one big Fearless could turn the fight again in favor. There's a Fearless and a good 3-man Cataclysm in the back. Crossbay gets obliterated. Agni falls down to the hands of Friends with the Polynomicon. Bless that item before Chronos, before Soul Reaver, before Rod Tahuti. Polynomicon priority here for Frenzy, and now Skyfire in the driving seat of this game to take away this Fire Giant, but not if Texi can say anything about it.
Texi has to be careful here. That's his Fearless down. If he's looking for a steal, actually. Oh, great plays by Texi. Entirety of Skyfire off that fire jump. So Texi's gonna fall for sure. Yeah. Oh, Food, you went back in. This is tragedy.
And now up in the air goes Skis, and he gets obliterated there. Huberto finds a double kill, and now the question stands: do we go for Fire Giant or do we try and siege as best as we can? All 5 members are online for Skyfire as they are turning this fight around, and there isn't anything that Paragon can really do to defend this one. They have a circle of protections if they're looking to maybe siege away that Titan and look for a push here, but they just have so much control. Crossbait, circle of protections comes down already. There's a Sash in the backline trying to go, but doesn't find any amount of damage. Salty might cool down, but good shield there from Crossbait, and it even protects him from the circle of protections of the Spirit Ball from Agni.
I really like how Skyfire split their team up there. It was a 4-1 split going there. Like, oh, Crossbait uses his Cataclysm on 1. The Ricochet hits, and Agni forced to Aegis.
Oh my gosh, there's an Eagles rally trying to find out. Agni gets duped out, but Huberto finds out, and Skis forced to use that cavalry charge to retreat. The mid lane Phoenix has fallen down, and it's a good reset here as the members of Skyfire don't take any casualties whatsoever, and they take a tier 2. And the mid lane Phoenix, Texi just checking out that Fire Giant and maybe trying to catch off someone here, but Skyfire are nowhere to be found, and they've backed away completely to finish off their items.
Frenzy's been really like showing up once again. He's just played out of his mind tonight. But every time Furin's ready to go in and just like destroy a whole team, as Merc does, Frenzy just sickens and Furin's stuck. Like, once you CC'd as Merc, you have to leave or you're dead. Like, you can't keep going. So really well played by Frenzinator there.
Almost 30 minutes into the game, clocking over that mark. We do see the Soul Reaver finished off now for Friends, along with that Polynomicon, of course. I think this is the first game where Frenzy's, he's been on point with his abilities, except for his I'm a Monster. We really haven't seen, the I'm a Monster come into massive play. We've seen it really be used for movement speed and a few times early on, but there hasn't been anything massive come out from really a console pick here. Texi gets stunned out there and taken already, half health, but Skis is here to sustain him, and now the pressure is applied for Skyfire as they're looking to push down this right side. Gets a 2-man Cataclysm, and the Suns are coming down as well. I'm a Monster looking to find some members here, still waiting to hold off on that one. Skis just to back away. Eagles rally over the wall. Texi falls down, and Noxus finds a double kill. Furin finds one onto Frenzy in the backline, and Huberto finds one onto Agni as well in return. And now there's only 2 members here left to defend the Titan and this right side Phoenix here. Furin gets cleaned up. No, unfortunate for him. Huberto finds a double.
That was really well played by Skyfire. Instead of doing the little Fire Giant dance that nearly everyone does, everyone's done it once in their life, they just said, hey, Furin's mid, let's go in. And Cross did exactly that.
Can they end? Food
This is the end.
Can't really defend this far. There's Crossbase Salty doing so much damage onto the tower here. Where's the Food? Forced to back away. Then he's trying to juke away. Gets cleaned up by Huberto, and he is divine at this point. Dear side, as they look to close out the game now. Titan's about 10% HP. There's no one who can defend it on Paragon. And the underdogs themselves, Skyfire, take it in a 2-0 split. Not a 2-0 split, in a 2-0 set. Hashtag bring the fire. No extinguisher being used for Paragon. Skyfire really, it's been an upset. We've been calling Skyfire basically the dead weight of Xbox, really bringing it to the top teams, and that's exactly what Deadweight did against Pandemonium. This is exactly what Skyfire has done against the reigning champs of Paragon.
Yeah, and it wasn't scrappy at all. Like, when they're in the driver's seat, they just know how to control the game, and it's really good to see. Like, I wouldn't say a new team, but a team that hasn't been together for that long, just knowing how to control the game. It's really rare to see. So, props to Skyfire, man. Like, that's crazy.
And especially shout outs to the sub Huberto, 9-1-4, doing 20k damage on that Hui Yi. I mean, that's insane. Frenzy as well, playing out of his mind in both of that games, especially playing that Isis. Played very, very well, but Huberto, main roster Vision. See you later, man.
Oh, wow.
No. But that was a solid game for Skyfire, as you said, in the driver's seat. When they were in the lead, they did push as hard as they can and really won most of those fights at the end.
Yeah, there was an interview last week, the Deadweight game. I'm going to go back to it. Ogre said, we just needed a good initiation, and we feel like not enough teams know still it, so we got Athena twice in a row. Crossbait, it doesn't matter who he's playing. He provides really good initiation. And once the team fights are over really quickly, which is something that's really rare on console because team fights normally go for years, it's just destruction. Like they run away with it.
Crossbay 03 and 14. He's going to play over aggressive in every single game. Shout outs to him doing more damage than Salty, however. But hopefully we'll be seeing a better performance for both of our teams here as they move on to week number 3. But before we finish off that, we do have on Wednesday, I do believe it's Incept versus Senix. So that'll be a good game to watch as well. That'll be on the Wednesday. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that one. Hope you guys have enjoyed the major game we had here today, Paragon versus Skyfire. Bring the fire in the chat and on Twitter as well. I've been Parathis. He's been rock solid. Hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your night.
See ya.